Anne McElhinney.
And I'm Phelim McAleer.
And welcome to the Anne and Phelim Scoop on this incredibly special day that we have talked about for quite some time.
Is it your birthday?
It's not my birthday. It's not your birthday. It's not our wedding anniversary, which, by the way, one year we forgot. No, this is the day that we launched the My Son Hunter movie, and it is available right now. You can order it right now and watch it right now. If you pre-ordered, you can watch it right now. We are very, very excited, and it's kind of amazing and it's emotional. We mentioned this before. We live in Los Angeles because of Andrew Breitbart. We got the movie business, is very connected with our friendship with Andrew, and just the fact of doing this with Breitbart is beautiful. And we've been getting some fabulous messages from you guys, by the way. Thank you to everyone who wrote into YouTube last week.
Yes, have you seen the trailer? So the trailer is now almost at 1 million views. 3,500 comments
on YouTube. Sorry, on YouTube. To qualify, on YouTube, but actually the trailer has been watched over 4 million times now.
And when you include all the Twitter views
and Twitter and Instagram and all these other places.
So please keep going, tweeting, but go buy the movie now. mysonhunter.com, of course. And we've had some of the early reviews are out. There's the Epoch Times.
And the Epoch
Michael
Times.
Clark says, film review: My Son Hunter, director Robert Davi's brilliant Biden satire. And this is right. It's a comedy satire. We wanted to go out and humanize Hunter Biden, but not. I mean, I watched the movie with an audience the other night in the screening room. We watched it. I found myself being moved by Hunter's dilemma, but when you humanize someone, you show how easily corruptible they are. Mm-hmm. How corruption is a very human vice. So.
But by the way, Phelim mentions that we had a sneak peek the other night just for some journalists and some friends here. And honestly, the reaction was extraordinary. It was immediately sort of a standing ovation. Yes. People were really surprised. As somebody said, this is not your mother's, by the way, this is not your mother's conservative movie. Yeah. I mean, obviously we're dealing with Hunter Biden. It is going to be naughty. By the way, this podcast, this is one of our shortest ever podcasts because as you can imagine, today is so busy with people are writing to us. People are so happy that they're able to watch the film. And it's, we're really excited about that. But, I think one of the things we wanted to just mention today is the haters have come out. Yes. And they've come out. And by the way, so the left have just basically had a complete meltdown over this. And the Guardian have done a Guardian on it. And they've just, there's something really extraordinary about the way they write. Leftists very often, they make a big thing about not fat-shaming people, not body-shaming people.
Tolerance, being nice.
So Emma Brox from the Guardian described, literally...
Important point. Mm-hmm. Before she'd seen the movie.
Oh, yeah, before she'd seen the movie.
She had not seen the movie.
But she basically, she's lambasted the movie, but she, actually body shamed Lawrence. And it's like, what is wrong with you? She's so out of it. She's described him as, hollow-cheeked like a Munch painting, and also that he was like an asparagus. Actually, Lawrence is not anything like an asparagus, by the way. But, but she was so full of hate, she couldn't stop herself. But by the way, whatever about Emma Brox at The Guardian, the real winners for the hate are the Daily Kos, who wrote 3,000 words, and they're proud to say that they reviewed the movie in 3,000 words, having not seen the movie. And by the way, Phelim obviously has worked for journalism outlets all over the world, the Financial Times, the Sunday Times in the UK. There is something deeply unethical about reviewing something you have not seen. Everyone knows that. That's journalism 101. This is how much they hate us.
Yeah, so I mean, go back to Emma Brox there. She goes, this is just a Republican movie about something that never got out, never got any real world traction. The reason it didn't get any real world traction, Emma Brox, is because Facebook have been quite open about that they suppressed it.
Correct.
Twitter suppressed it. You weren't allowed to forward the New York Post article. They suspended the New York Post Twitter account. So then you go on to the Daily Kos.
Out of control.
A soft porn conspiracy flick, for conservative incels, and it's like, you haven't seen it. You don't know,
And one of the worst parts for me of the Daily Kos, to be honest with you, and it really, really did jump out at me was this. And this could be challenging me for me to read this, by the way. This is one of the paragraphs. But this saves us some time because it shows us how accurate we have to be in our own review. And the answer is mostly a sluggish meh. Of course, a meh to a film they haven't seen. Whatever sounds good is what we should go with. Don't sweat the details, and apostrophes are for tryhards. Whatever that is, right? This is the bit, right? This is what Andrew Breitbart would have personally wanted. Back before the company was pried from his corpse and turned into Steve Bannon's vehicle. On and on and on. To speak like that of the dead is beyond belief, by the way. This is somebody who is completely unhinged to talk like that. This is a man, Andrew Breitbart, who has young children still in high school. it's really upsetting, and it should be for you, by the way, really motivating.
Yes.
This is how unhinged they are.
This is how
Buy the
they are.
film, watch the film now, and get everyone you know to buy the film and to watch it right now.
Yeah, and look, there are good reviews out there. You know,
Absolutely.
a cry of this is from American Greatness by Mark Judge, and then the headline is "A Cry of Defiance Against the Deep State." Hollywood needs more people with the courage of the crew who made My Son Hunter. So we are the crew that made My Son Hunter.
Thank you.
Breitbart are the crew that are distributing it. Robert Davi is the crew that
is the director. And you know, the Epoch Times basically, you know, their headline was their film review. My Son Hunter director Robert Davi's brilliant Biden satire.
Yes.
Much more honest, much more, I mean, really extraordinary.
Well, it's honest because they've actually seen the movie, you know.
But we honestly, this is literally all we're going to do today. We're going to say to you, please, right now, go to mysonhunter.com, mysonhunter.com, buy a copy, watch it. Let us know, by the way, you might have got some friends over to the house to watch it. Can you send us a photograph? I would just love that, and we'll post them in our podcast next week. And if you want to do a little piece to camera and do a review yourselves, we'd also feature them. So let us know what you think. We are really grateful to you. I know some of you, by the way, who got an early access because of the fact that you got a reward when you first donated. We just love you guys. We are so grateful to you, and we couldn't do this without you. And you know, we're a small little 501c3 charity here. We depend on your donations, and we are so grateful. We think you're going to be proud of how your money was spent.
I have to laugh. I'm just looking at the Guardian review. You know, Robert Davi has no sense of irony or tragic storytelling, you know, like The Doors or The House of Cards. But the end result is to make the drug-addled, stripper-addicted main character, Hunter Biden, look cool, which is probably not the intent the creators set out with.
Exactly.
Or maybe it was. We will never know. Well, Mr. Journalist for The Guardian, there was actually a way you can find out our intent. You could go back and look at previous interviews we gave, or you could send an email to the press button on the website, mysonhunter.com,
and talk to us about
and ask a question, and we might answer it for you.
Anyway, we're excited. Obviously, this is a bit rushed today. Please forgive us. We will be in better form next week. There's a lot of stuff going on around here in a good way, in a really good way. Thank you so much for everything. God bless, and keep in touch.
Bye.
Bye-bye.